Oh shit. Sorry. This is me totally not paying attention, trying to get caught up. All right. There we go. Now I'm here. Now I'm with it. How's everybody doing? Sorry. I was completely not paying attention. I was busy trying to get my computer to work. And, sometimes the computer gets wins. It's just how it works. Sometimes you're the bug. Some days you're the bug. Some days you're the windshield. Some days you kick ass. Some day you get your ass kicked. Well, today was the day that I am the bug. And just try my best to get caught up here. All right. I was watching a little football, came running downstairs, realized it was 11 o'clock, hit live, and shit happens. So here we are. So how's everybody? All right? Is it good? It's Thursday night. I can't believe tomorrow's fucking Friday. 60 degrees in Columbus, Ohio today. 60. 6-0. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. That's just some crazy shit. When it's 60 degrees in the middle of January or the beginning of January, you tell me. All right? I don't know what to tell you. It's just kind of nuts. Chip Media. Oh, Chirp Media. All right. I was like, Chip Media. I know Chip Media. I don't know Chirp Media. What's up, Chirp Media? So everybody doing all right? But yeah, 60 degrees. Tell me, how warm was it where you were today? Anybody have different temperatures today? Because I'm telling you what, 60 fucking degrees is too weird for me in January. I don't know what to say. I didn't hate it. I'm actually going to go play golf tomorrow. I'm going to go to Top Golf and get out and go out into the daylight tomorrow and not be such a vampire. But that I figured, why not, right? It's 60 degrees. Why wouldn't I? That's nuts. But anyway, so we got some stuff tonight. Welcome to Randsanity, episode 221. Now, I didn't find it, but supposedly 21 Pilots announced that they're going to do a movie. They're doing a movie. Figured maybe they did it because it's on, 121, or, my episode is 121. I don't know. That's the only thing I can do. They picked it because of me, because it's my 121st episode. So they picked, that's why they chose this date. That could be it. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Anyway. So yeah, if this is episode 221. If you've missed episodes up to now, that's okay, because it's just the different stuff every night. We talk about history, talk about some music stuff, talk about some entertainment stuff, rock and roll, make comparisons, births and deaths. I always add my, my personal take, because I'm a radio guy. I was in radio for decades. So I know all about radio and rock stars and all that stuff. That's what I do. So here I am. So hang out, learn some stuff. All right? We're going to start with this. I saw this and I was like, oh, excited for this one. Okay? Because what the hell? Why wouldn't I be? Back in October, the iconic band Echo and the Bunnymen announced the More Songs to Learn and Sing tour for 2026. Yep. Echo and the Bunnymen will be out on the road this year. The U.S. leg of the tour will kick off in Vancouver on May the 10th and continue through June 19th, finally wrapping up in Minneapolis. There's a 24-date spring tour named after the band's 2006 Greatest Hits compilation album, with this lengthy UK outfit making a stop in other major cities, including Seattle, Los Angeles, Dallas, Atlanta, Philly, Brooklyn, Boston, Detroit, and many others. One of the many others is Ohio. They'll feature founding members Ian McCullough on vocals, yes, Will Sargent on lead guitar, and they'll make a trek to their native Isle in the UK. Tickets for the Echo and the Bunnymen 2006 U.S. tour are on sale now. Ticketmaster. You can also go to, of course, sold out dates through StubHub, because why not, right? Because they're all in on it too. What are you going to do, right? But yes, they are playing in Ohio. If you're here in the area, Ohio, they're playing Cleveland House of Blues June 15th. So I think where I want to try and be on June 15th in Cleveland. to go see Echo and the Bunnymen. So, yeah. If you're a fan of Echo and the Bunnymen, check out the dates. They're coming to the States. I see Boston, New York, Minneapolis, Detroit, Brooklyn, Philly, Norfolk, D.C., Charlotte, Wilmington, Atlanta, Nashville, Houston, Austin, Dallas, Denver, San Diego. Yes! Sweet. All right, so Echo and the Bunnymen. Lips like sugar. Sugar kisses. All right. I was also just looking at some other stuff today, and I found some fun comparisons, and I will talk about those shortly between both Elvis Presley and David Bowie. Mm-hmm. You know, they had a lot of stuff in common, right? Uh-huh. Let's see what's going on in history today. All right? A little bit of history stuff. We always can do the history. So I can make this a little bit more legible, being that I can't see shit. All right. 1957. Holy crap. Bill Haley and his Comets started the first ever rock and roll tour of Australia, playing 2 sold-out nights in Sydney. All right. Bill Haley and his Comets. It's not Bill Haley and the Comets. I always thought it was Bill Haley and the Comets. It's Bill Haley and his Comets. I guess it's, gender specific. Whatever. In 1958, the Everly Brothers kicked off a 17-date North American tour at the Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. Also on the bill was Buddy Holly, the Rays, Royal Teens, Shepherd Sisters, Paul Anka, Margie Rayburn, and Danny and the Juniors. Ooh, Danny and the Juniors. What the fuck's that? I have no idea. 1966, the Beatles started the 6-week run at #1 with the U.S. album chart with Rubber Soul. It was the group's 7th U.S. chart topper, and it went on to spend 56 weeks on the chart. Rubber Soul was the group's first release not to feature their name on the cover. The group also started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with We Can Work It Out, the group's 11th U.S. #1 single. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards were both barred from an exclusive hotel for wearing op art pants and nothing else. O-P-A-R-T, op art pants and nothing else. Now, if they was op art shirts and nothing else, I'd see what they could do. But, I mean, all right. They were both asked to leave the Hotel Crillion in Lima, Peru, after refusing to change clothes. I don't know if that's like a protest thing or what, but I just don't see them being very politically charged. Op art. Mm-hmm. I was going to research that, but I chose not to because I was watching football, so sorry. Now, this is like life imitating art, right? In 1972, the New Seekers were #1 on the UK singles chart with I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing in perfect harmony. The song started as a Coca-Cola TV ad. It originally included I'd like to buy the world a Coke. And it made it to #1. Like, seriously? The fuck? I don't know. What makes it to the charts sometimes always amazes me. I'm always like, really? Really? That was a chart topper? Like, how is that even possible? In 1979, Canadian rock band Rush were named the country's official ambassadors of music by the Canadian government. Industry sources estimate their total worldwide album sales at over 42 million. They have been awarded 14 platinum and 3 multi-platinum albums in the U.S., plus 17 platinum albums in Canada. I didn't know Canadian platinum albums mattered. I'm just sorry. Sorry, Canada. Didn't mean to harsh you. We're already, going to annex you at some point, it seems like. Prince made his national television debut in the U.S. performing I Want to Be Your Lover and Why You Want to Treat Me So Bad on the NBC variety show Midnight Special, 1980. All right. No idea what the hell that was. Linda Ronstadt made her Broadway debut along Rex Smith and Kevin Kline in the revival of The Pirates of Penzance, which ran for 787 performances. So that's a couple of years. That's not a bad thing, right? Steve Clark, guitarist with Def Leppard, was found dead at his Chelsea flat by his girlfriend after a night of heavy alcohol consumption combined with prescription drugs. That was in 1991. The autopsy revealed he had died from an overdose of codeine and Valium, as well as morphine and a blood alcohol content of 0.30. Jesus, that's a lot of booze, beeps. 3 times the British legal driving limit. In 2007, Clark was ranked number 11 on the Classic Rock magazine's 100 Wildest Guitar Heroes. That's death by misadventure, if you don't know that, kids. Death by misadventure, because you know what you're doing. If you're willingly taking that much alcohol, and then on top of it, you're taking codeine, heroin, and, well, Valium and morphine, guess what? You have, in fact, chosen that possibility, so it is death by misadventure. That's all I can tell you. That's what it is. Let's see. No. We're not going to talk about Shaka Demus, the Jamaican reggae rap singer who went to number 1 with his version of Twist and Shout. The song was originally recorded and produced by Phil Spector. It was also covered by the Isley Brothers and by the Beatles on their first album, Please Please Me. I don't know. Reggae, Twist and Shout? I wanted to look that up, but I didn't. Again, I was too busy watching, TV. Sorry. Forgive me. So this is the Stalker episode because I've got multiple Stalker stories. First of all is Madonna in 1996. A Los Angeles court found that Robert Hoskins, guilty of 5 counts of stalking, assault, and making terrorist threats to Madonna. Hoskin had twice scaled the wall of the singer's estate and had threatened to slash her throat from ear to ear. Damn, Bob. Bob Hoskins. Now, not the actor Bob Hoskins, okay? He's that short guy that was, played in a bunch of stuff, including alongside Jessica Rabbit. But no, not Bob Hoskins, Robert Hoskins. Then in 2000, Victoria Beckham. It was reported that police foiled a $1.7 million kidnap plot to snatch Victoria Beckham and her baby son. The plot was uncovered after a tip-off of the police. The gang had planned to kidnap the pair when husband David was away playing football. Yikes. And then, in 2001, a woman who believed that Axl Rose communicated with her via telepathically was arrested for stalking the Guns N' Roses singer for a second time. Police detained Karen Jane McNeil after she was spotted loitering outside his house. What the hell? Stop being crazy, people. Yikes. Unbelievable. Oh, man. Just enjoy your musicians from afar like I do. You don't need to kidnap them, their children, or cut their heads off. Fuck. In 2004, the estate of George Harrison started a $10 million legal action against Dr. Gilbert Lederman of Staten Island University Hospital, claiming the doctor coerced Harrison to sign souvenirs. The main allegation of the legal action was that Dr. Lederman got an extremely sick Harrison to sign his son's guitar and autographs for his 2 daughters. Okay, so you're going to sue the guy for $10 million because he got an autograph for his son? That seems petty. I mean, coerced him? So what? You're not getting this injection unless you go ahead and sign this, George Harrison. That seems a little bit extreme. $10 million for a few autographs. Whatever, man. I'm not to judge. I mean, I'm judging. Don't worry. But I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not to judge. In 2010, Jimmy Page launched a new set of stamps in the UK, which featured classic album covers from the last 40 years, including Coldplay, Power, Corruption and Lies, New Order, David Bowie, and Parklife by Blur. And that's on David Bowie's birthday. 2014, once again, the resurrection of vinyl. It was reported that vinyl sales records had increased 32% in 2013, while CD sales declined 14.5% in the last year. Yay, vinyl. Vinyl sales grew 32% from 4.5 million units sold in 2012 to 6 million sold in 2013, according to Nielsen SoundScan. Boo, Nielsen. But that's great. Again, Jack White out there pushing the vinyl, and a lot of other musicians pushing the vinyl. Love that. Push the vinyl. Own your music. Stop renting it. Just saying. 2016, David Blow. Let me try that again. 2016, David Bowie released his 25th and final studio album, Black Star, coinciding with his 69th birthday. And 2 days before his death, it became the first and only album to reach #1 on the Billboard 200 in the U.S. At the 59th Annual Grammy Awards, the album won awards for Best Alternative Music Album, Best Engineered Album, Best Recording Package, and the title song won Best Rock Performance and Best Rock Song. The album was also awarded the British Album of the Year award at the 2017 Brit Awards. And yes, David Bowie falls into that category of that 10% that dies very close to their birthday. And don't forget, I'm going to compare Elvis and David Bowie together. And there's a reason. There's a reason for that. Okay? Now, I'm not a fan, but Morgan Wallen released Dangerous, the double album with his hit 7 Summers. It peaked at #1 in America and stayed there for 10 weeks, the longest run at the top since Drake's View in 2016. In March of 2022, the album established the all-time record for the longest duration on the #1 spot, 84 weeks and counting, on Billboard's Country Albums chart. It achieved the most weeks in the top 10 of the Billboard 200 by a solo studio album. So, again, not a fan, but that's pretty impressive that Morgan Wallen did that. So there's a lot of country music fans. Just saying. Okay? Now, again, not a lot of stuff's happening because the music industry is still in flux right now. This time of year is when it gets really slow. Not a lot of stuff happening. I actually called my friend out in LA today to say hello to her and see how she's doing. She was just like, I'm like, what's good? Nothing. We're still on break. I'm like, okay, well, that'll do it. So, yes, the whole industry's on break. What's up, Ren? How we doing? Doing all right over there? We're on break. So that's what happens, you know? They must have taken off with your tea. No, it's still there, man. I saw it today. Your tea's still there. Promise. It's sitting right outside. Sitting in the snowblower in the little chute, the one on the right-hand side of the garbage can. It's there. Saw it earlier today. Telling you. Left your t-shirt. It's just waiting outside. But anyway, this is the time of year where there's not a lot going on, man. It's slow. It's just slow in the industry. Not a ton of, things that are announced. Just, things. So, let's see what we got going on here. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. Another tour announcement. All right. Now, this one's for, anyone that's a fan of Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You know who his favorite band is, right? I mean, if you're an Aqua Teen Hunger Force fan like moi, you know what band is his favorite. What is Carl's favorite band? It's Foreigner. Yes. Foreigner announces a special 50th anniversary tour kickoff to commemorate the first rehearsal of the band that would become known as Foreigner. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famers have announced 2 acoustic shows in Beaver Creek, Colorado that will officially launch its 50th anniversary tour. Al Greenwood, who was the first band member recruited by founder and band leader Mick Jones, reflected on the rehearsal that took place in New York on February 25th of 1976 with a statement saying, "This was the day I first heard Feels Like the First Time, and I knew we had something very special." What is going on? Beaver Creek shows will take place on February 25th and 26th at the Performing Arts Center in Viller Performing Arts Center, featuring Foreigner band members with Louis Maldorando on lead vocals, Jeff Pilson on bass, Michael Bluestein on keyboards, and Bruce Watson on guitar. Also, this week's announcements of the band's PR notes that Foreigner's milestone celebration will continue through 2027, when the band marks their 50th anniversary of the March 8th, 1970 release of the iconic self-titled album, The Foreigner Band Foreigner. They had previously announced an orchestral tour that starts with a residency in the Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas. They also have a lineup of run dates in Florida in April with original vocalist Lou Graham of the band's special guest, followed by 26-date European tour in June and July. And then the band plans to include co-headlining tour with Leonard Skinner with amphitheater shows booked across the U.S. Guess what? I went and looked and I was like, and yes, they're coming to Ohio. I believe that is in we got lots of summer, and then Germany. And I thought I saw that toward the end of the year. Holmdel, New Jersey. I know where that is. That's the Garden State Arts Center, or PNC Arts Center in July. And then it looks like they're going to be in Ohio and Cincinnati on August the 8th. Double Trouble Vision Tour 2026. August the 8th, Cincinnati, Ohio. And then they'll be in Minnesota, Kansas City, Indiana, Missouri. So if you're a Foreigner fan, you get to see them coming back one more time this summer. And the reason that bands tour when their 50th anniversary happens, because they need the money. It's the only way they make the money, kids. They don't make it from streaming. That's not how it works anymore. The only way bands make the money, they got to play live and they got to sell merch. So buy their shit. It's true. It really is. That's why they do it, because they need the money. That's how they make it. That's how these bands make it. It's what happens, man. What happens? It's just reality. That's all it is. Let's talk about births and deaths. Who was born and who died today? Now, I found a couple of ones that I was like, wait, really? So we'll do the births first. Larry Storch of F Troop. He died in 22 at the age of 99 years old. It is Balloon. He would have been 103 today. So he just died recently. But yeah, 99 years old. God bless you to live to be 99. I won't be that lucky. Most of us won't. Soupy Sales died in 09. He would have been 100 today. He was a comedian. Elvis Presley. Birth date today. Elvis would have been 91 years old today. He died in 1977. Graham Chapman of Monty Python, 85 today. He also died in 1989, unfortunately. David Bowie would have been 79 today. He died in 16. And R. Kelly, 59 today, rotten in jail. He was like 31-year sentence as of 2023. That's right. R. Kelly in jail. Happy birthday. Maybe they'll give him a special birthday. I don't know what. What do you get in jail when you're in jail for a really long time on your birthday? Besides, like, an extra helping of gruel? I don't know. Just saying. I don't know. I have not spent enough time in jail to know. I didn't forget Elvis. No. I said Elvis. He would have been 91 today. Now, a couple facts about Elvis. Okay. Yes, it is his birthday. Sorry about slimy bastard. But I did say Elvis. So here's some things about Elvis. All right. One, Elvis filed for divorce from Priscilla Presley on his 38th birthday. Happy birthday to myself. I'm leaving you, baby. Okay. Also, commemorative stamps went on sale in 1993 on Elvis's birthday. And the comparison of Elvis Presley and David Bowie, because they were both born on the same day. Now, apparently, Bowie was a huge fan of Elvis, citing him as a major influence on his career. They shared the same birthday of January 8th, which Bowie felt created a cosmic connection between the two. Bowie once recounted a memorable encounter with Elvis during a concert where he felt out of place in his flamboyant Ziggy Stardust attire. Never to be one that would feel odd out of place. To be odd and out of place with Elvis is weird. There was a significant missed opportunity in the relationship with Bowie's potential role as a producer on Elvis's album shortly before the latter's death in 1977. The collaboration was never realized. Bowie later regretted saying that he was not able to work with his idol. What's interesting about that more so is that Elvis himself almost got a song from Bowie, okay? Which I think is kind of interesting because if you think about the number ones and number twos, Elvis had 30 number one hits in a 2002 compilation featuring 30 of his most successful chart toppers. He was dominant with singles from the 50s to the 70s, while Bowie was dominant with albums from the 70s to 2016. They both held records for the most albums in the UK charts. Elvis had the most UK top 40s after his death in 1977. Bowie matched Elvis's record with 12 albums in the UK top 40 in 2016. In Elvis's case, he had massive surge in 1977 set after his death. That's me, pilot error. Sorry. That's what I get for not paying attention. See, I'm so into the Elvis thing. Bowie had a historic surge in 2016 with his freshly released album Black Star, spending 3 weeks in the number one slot. Dozens of decades dominated by the early rock number one albums, Elvis. Black Star topped the UK chart for 3 straight weeks, and Bowie dominated the album chart from the 70s on. Simultaneous top 10 albums achieved after 1977 passing by Elvis, after 5 top 10 albums at once in 2016 achieved by Bowie. So the two are on a very similar trajectory through their entire careers. All sorts of these weird coincidences and all these different things. So I was trying to find, there was a song that Elvis, as again known as the king of rock and roll, he revolutionized music in the 50s, where David Bowie, he was a pioneer of glam rock and art rock in the 70s. He actually wrote the song Golden Years for Elvis, and the king never recorded it. So Bowie recorded it and made a hit out of it. But he actually wrote Golden Years for Elvis because he was such a fan. So yes, births for both Elvis Presley and David Bowie on this day, January the 8th. Well, and also, R. Kelly, but he's in jail. Deaths on this day. Now, these were some weird ones. I had to dig a little bit for a couple of weird ones. The last one you don't see it. Sorry. All right, this is the funny ones. All right. Marco Polo. Marco Polo. Yeah, there was actually a person named Marco Polo. It's not just the game you play in the pool. He died in this day in 1324. He was 69 years old. That's old in 1324, just so you know. I mean, they were dropping dead in their 30s, like Logan's Run. Also on this day, Galileo. I talked about him last night because yesterday, on the 7th, is when Galileo discovered the 3 moons of Jupiter, Io, Ganymede, and Europa. I was like, wait! Europa. And then, he died after that day. Not immediately, but. So his name was Galileo Galilei. That's fun. He died in 1642 at the age of 77, also making it pretty good. And also on this day, Eli Whitney, who invented the cotton gin, he died at 59. So all sorts of important folks died today. Well, then Steve Clark of Def Leppard, but he died of misadventure. We know that. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Just saying. Oh, shit. So that's it. There's not a ton. Like I said, a little bit slow. And like I said, I was going to look for it because, like I said, I did hear that 21 Pilots was going to do a tour or a movie or something. I think it's a tour movie. 21 Pilots movie. So I'm almost sure that got announced today. Here it is. Okay. So the concert film, More Than We Ever Imagined, captured the essence of 21 Pilots' 2025 Clancy World Tour, where they performed for a sold-out crowd of 65,000 fans at Escenario GMP Chogoros in Mexico City. Directed by Mark Escherman, the film offers a blend of high-energy performances, footage, and intimate behind-the-scenes access, revealing the band's preparation and the bond that they formed with their fans over more than a decade. The film will be available in IMAX and cinemas worldwide starting February 26th, with exclusive premieres beginning February 25th. Tickets for the screenings will be available January 15th. There you go. 21 Pilots. I was talking about 21 Pilots last night. I've seen them in a venue as big as a arena, 20,000, and as small as a club, 1,200. In the same week, actually, when they did that residency in Columbus, Ohio a few years back. Got to meet them, went backstage, went under the stage, got the whole tour stuff. They've been to the radio station. That was a fun one. We actually had to have the police had to come and do security for them because they figured out, hi, Lindsay, am I local? Of course I'm local. Local to what, though? I have a shirt that says locals only. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, if that's local enough. But yes, when we had 21 Pilots come down to the radio station, we had them dropped off. A couple people got kind of wind that they were going to be there. And so when we had them inside, we were doing the interview. And once we were in the interview and they're live on the radio, a few other people found out they were there. So I was smart enough to hire police. And I had a couple of cops there as security. Afterwards, when they came out, there was about 400 people outside of the station waiting for 21 Pilots to come out. Before they went in, they stopped and they talked to every single person. They said hello to everybody. They signed autographs. They were very generous with their time. Really, really nice guys, and they really connected with their fans. But yes, afterwards, we had to have them escorted out as quickly as possible because of the fact that there was hundreds and hundreds of people, close to 400 people outside the radio station. I mean, they were blocking the street, everything. It was kind of crazy. Sorry, you missed it, Kens. You missed that one. Yeah, they were there. They were at the radio station. Like I said, I had the police there to have them escorted out. I had to sneak them to the kitchen because on the way out, we just had they had 2 SUVs pull right up and they parked right outside the kitchen door, had the cops kind of stay back. And they scooted right out and they were like, Hi, thanks. And off they went. Sorry. Sorry, Kens. Didn't mean for you to miss that. My bad. Anyway, there you go. That was the 21 Pilots movie. So yes, happening February 25th, all over February 26th. So see it in IMAX, and I'm sure it'll be on HBO or one of the streaming services, Netflix or something before too long. So look for that this spring. It's okay before your time. No. Wah, wah, wah. So sad. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right. So that's about it. Like I said, it's still slow. The industry's still slow. Like I said, I called my friend Karen out in LA today, and I was like, hey, what's going on? She's like, nothing. Everyone's still on vacation. I'm like, okay. I was like, why didn't you call me in a week or two when things get back up and running? She's like, okay. Hey, man, rock and roll takes a break in the winter. That's a summertime thing. Anyway, happy birthday, Elvis, and happy birthday, David Bowie, wherever you may be, in heaven or hell, or in limbo somewhere. Probably hanging out, doing rock and roll stuff, which I can imagine you'd be doing since you're fans. Anyway, I keep saying anyway. I'm not sure why I keep saying anyway tonight. All right, tomorrow, Friday. Anything exciting? I'm going to go and go to Top Golf tomorrow because it's so damn nice. It's supposed to be 60 again tomorrow, so screw it, man. I'm playing hooky. I'm not going to work tomorrow. That's right. I am not going to go to the slave mine tomorrow. I am going and playing hooky. I'm going to go hit some balls and go just enjoy a little bit of fresh air because it's been winter for too long already. So on that note, I will... maybe I'll take my GoPro with me and you can see what a crappy golfer I am. And I'll enjoy just the fact that I don't have to be inside tomorrow. You should do the same wherever you are. Get out of the house, get a little fresh air, do something exciting, do something fun. I appreciate y'all for being here. Nice, very good. He is super cool. I love that. All right. Anyway, see, I keep saying it. I got to stop saying it anyway. It's becoming a crutch. No crutches. No crutches. I mean, I have a pair. They're right there for when I broke my leg. If I change cameras, you might even see them. Look, there they are. See? Oh, you can always see. Look right here. See, look, crutches. See? They're like crutches. Yeah. When I broke my leg. It happens, I do stupid shit and I break shit. Ribs, crowd surfing, Rick and Morty, crutches. Yeah, long story, another time. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time. I'm truly grateful for everyone stopping by and saying hello. And Black Star equals depression? No, stop it. No depression, it's David Bowie, damn it. You gotta love Bowie. All right, so tomorrow, 11 o'clock, normal time. I'll try and have something exciting for you. I'll do a little research tomorrow. Since I'm playing hooky, I'll have a little more time to actually do some stuff. So I'll pay attention, and I'll do something fun. All right? Cool. Till then, have a great Friday. Play hooky if you can. If not, random acts of kindness are always good. I didn't run someone over today, or a deer, for all that matter, because it ran out in front of me. So I was happy with that. I figured that was my random act of kindness, not crashing my car and hitting a deer today. Take care. And again, as I do, I will fade to black.